What's up, guys? So today I played Terraria with the DragonBall mod. As soon as I joined the game, I noticed the controls, and pressing F was charging key, which is that little green green thing with the key under it. Usually it was supposed to be blue, but it was green, and I had no idea why until later. I also noticed an empty necklace, which could be a material and could be crafted into like an amethyst necklace or a topaz necklace. There was also a little shack, and if you are a fan of Dragon Ball, you'll know that this is Grandpa Gohan's house. Usually, and in the anime, there would be the 4-star Dragon Ball, but it was a glitch, so it wasn't in there. But I killed 2 slimes and got stable key crystals. Key crystals are materials that can be used to craft some really cool key-like abilities and weapons. So I grinded some more stable key crystals, and I made a key table, which could allow us to make these key abilities and stuff. So I made 3 abilities: the Key Blast, Key Beam, and Energy Wave. Key Blast was basically just like a small ball, and it was pretty cool. And Key Beam was like a laser beam, and Energy Wave was basically Kamehameha. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, you know you've seen it at least one time, even if you're not a Dragon Ball fan. I decided to get gravitation potions, and I went up into the Sky Islands, and I saw this weirdly generated Sky Island. But going back to these key crystals, there are multiple key crystals. Like the ones that we had are stable key crystals, but there are also things like calm key crystals and prideful key crystals. So I got some copper and silk, and I made Nappa's armor set, which was super cool. But so I decided to try to kill the Eye of Cthulhu. But the thing was, every time I used my abilities, it would take my key all the way down. See, the max is 1,100, and when I charge my key, it makes me super slow, so I can barely even move. And I can't do that because I'll die. But the energy wave was shredding it, doing tons of damage. So we killed it, the Eye of Cthulhu, and I actually saw something super cool. So that little green thing, that question mark, your body seems a bit special. This meant that this playthrough is super rare, and I'll show you that in a little bit. So because I hadn't already, I decided to kill the King Slime, and he dropped some Senzu beans, and they were used to craft Kaioken and other things. In the anime, Senzu beans allow you to heal everything. It's like a health potion, but it heals your ki and it heals you. And Kaioken is a form that Goku uses that drains his health, but it's also really good, but it drains his health. And I also got this book technique called Buku Jutsu, which basically allowed me to fly, but it was kind of bad because it took up so much ki. After I killed the Eye of Cthulhu, I don't know if you spotted it, but my max ki actually went to 2,100. And after I used some key fragments and key scrolls, I got my max to 4,100. You might be wondering what those do. Basically, key fragments like buff the speed of charging your key, and key scrolls basically add your max key. After I killed the Eater of Worlds, because I knew I was ready for it, I decided to go to the jungle and kill some mobs, which allowed me to get calm key crystals. So this meant that I could get some more items, which was the energy barrage, and I got the double sundae and Yamcha's spirit ball, or not spirit ball, Yamcha's ball basically, and it was basically like a magic missile, and it was really good. And the goblin army came, so I decided to kill them. The double sundae was basically a buffed energy wave, and it hit 2 times, and it was so good. And I got this thing from the goblin army that gave us plus 500 max ki. I also got this green scouter, these damage gloves, and an arm cannon, which gave us, and we combined it to make the battle kit. And I was going to farm some Astral Sentia, but before I did that, I wanted to kill the Skeletron. Basically, in the first fight that we did with Eye of Cthulhu, it it was really annoying because we had to charge ki. But now that we had max ki and it would charge faster, we basically just spam double Sunday. I also, using the King Slime mount, we were able to move up and down and charge ki at the same time, so we weren't as slow, but it was still bad. I also found the mechanic and the mysterious man. And the mechanic is super useful in this playthrough because she sells the Dragon Ball radar. The Dragon Ball radar basically tells you, or shows you, points you in the direction of where the Dragon Balls are. But you could upgrade it to Dragon Ball Raider 2 and 3. I also wanted to grind the skeletons to get skeletal essence and make some cool armor stuff and abilities. I also made Gohan's armor set, which was super cool. Or not Gohan, well, Gohan in the future, but not Gohan. It was actually Goku's armor set, and it was in the future Gohan uses it, but it's turtle armor, and that's the thing that Goku wears all the time, and his shirt always gets shredded. So that was super cool that we got that. After we killed Skeletron, I made some new armor and some new weapons, as well as some key crystals or fragments and key fragments and key scrolls. I made the Vegeta's armor, and I also made Krillin's Destructo Disc, Goku's Kamehameha, and Gallic Gun. And I also made this really cool thing called Masenko Ha, which was basically Gohan's thing, but I just replaced it for Kamehameha. I also got Kaioken times 10 because it can stack. As you just saw, I died to King Slime. You might be asking why. When you unlock a certain point, a stage in the game, if you die to a powerful enemy, which is basically a boss, 3 or 4 times, there's a chance to have it 3 times, but it's guaranteed at 4, you become Super Saiyan. If you watch Dragon Ball, no, actually, you don't even have to watch Dragon Ball to know what Super Saiyan is. Super Saiyan is basically a form that a Saiyan can unlock, and Goku unlocks it when Krillin dies. You're watching the video, so I know that you've seen it at least one time. It's Super Saiyan 1, yellow hair, Super Saiyan 2, yellow hair and lightning, and Super Saiyan 3, super long yellow hair. I killed the Wall of Flesh, so I was able to get angerful key crystals in a corruption biome, or any evil biome in general, and I got some prideful key crystals in the underworld after I killed Skeletron. I also got some new weapons. I got the Kamehameha, which I already had, the Big Bang attack, which was a really big ball, and it was super cool, and it did a lot of damage, but the cooldown was so slow. I also got Buku Jutsu Volume 2, and the last item I got was called the Spirit Bomb. Goku uses it, and he gathers energy from everybody by putting their hands in the air, and like all the energy goes into the ball, and then he attacks like that. I also got the Dragon Ball Raider, like the second one, which was really good, and I decided to kill the twins. When I killed the twins, it was honestly kind of hard. And I also got this Hell Zone grenade, which was super good. And I got the Super Kamehameha. And I got some more key fragments and key crystals. Key scrolls. Sorry, I'm messing up right now because I don't have a script, but whatever. Yeah, because you can tell that like my pacing and stuff, it's messed up, but because I'm sorry about that. But we killed them, and we also got Trunks' sword. It was cool, but a sword out of all the things that we can get is not really like useful. And with the new Dragon Ball radar, I decided to find the Dragon Balls and hunt them down to make a wish. In Dragon Ball, getting all 7 Dragon Balls allowed you to make a wish from this big dragon called Shenron. Back to Buku Jutsu Volume 2. Basically what it does is it allows you to fly and take up no ki, which is so much better because it took up too much ki. When you wish, you can wish for immortality, money, reroll, race reroll, and awakening, which was a new form, and BAM's legendary Super Saiyan. Remember when there was a question mark and it said like your body feels special? This is what it means. We're basically Broly, and this is the legendary Super Saiyan form. Legendary Super Saiyan only occurs in 1,000 years, and it says right there, legendary, you are the Saiyan of legend. And this was super good because it gave us a whole new form, which was awesome. So we decided to kill the destroyer. As you can see, we got Broly's form, also known as legendary Super Saiyan. But the thing about it was, if you have that race, then you can't get anything above Super Saiyan 1, which I got really bummed out by. And also the mechanic died, but we didn't need her because she only sold that one thing. But so whatever. We also made this item called the Masenkapo, and when you use it, I didn't know what it was by the name, but when you use it, you can tell. So basically, it can charge up, and it's Piccolo's special beam cannon, which was super cool. And I also got this form called Super Kaioken. Kaioken can stack to Kaioken times 1, Kaioken times 2, and basically can go to 100, even 1,000. It just stacks, but it takes an immense toll on your body. I decided to kill Skeletron Prime, and he was honestly easier than I thought. I didn't even have to kill the arms, but I did take a lot of damage in this fight, and I didn't have any Senzu Beans. I don't know if I said it or not, but Senzu Beans allow you to heal your ki and your health, which is super good. Because Goku even gave Cell, the opponent, a Senzu Bean when he was losing the fight. So I decided to kill Plantera with all these items that I got, and I also got this thing called it was like a candy shot, and I got this thing called the plant shooter or something like that. I forgot what it's called. Boo's candy shot basically hit enemies and it turned them into chocolate, which was so good. So we went to the mushroom biome and got pure ki crystals. And pure ki crystals allowed us to make some really cool stuff, like a Kai table, which is basically an upgrade of what we already had, the ki table. We could get some new stuff as well as ki scrolls and ki fragments. And I got the Destructo Disc Assault, the Final Flash, and the Super Beam Barrage, or Super Energy Barrage. And the Final Flash is used by Vegeta and his upgrade of Gallic Gun, and the Super Energy Barrage was basically an upgrade of what we already had. Also, we could get an upgrade on our armor. We got this demonic armor, and it was Gohan's armor set. Because I got confused earlier before. So we went down to the temple, and we actually went in it. Usually I don't go inside of the temple, I just get the first chest and spawn a golem at home. But this time I was like, why not, right? So I decided to spawn the golem, and I didn't actually need the platforms because I could just fly. I decided to go all the way down to the underworld because we can get this demonic essence, which was super good in making stuff. And we got the more ki scrolls and ki fragments, and I also got Ascended Super Saiyan, which was super cool. The ki fragments and ki scrolls were like the Ingerful ones, and we only needed one more to get maxed out stuff. And we got the Super Kaioken times 10, and we got an upgraded spirit bomb, which was called the Supernova, which was so good. And it basically turned red, or slash orange actually. And the Destructo Disc Assault was kind of bad because it moved without you moving it, but whatever. We got the last Dragon Ball Radar Mark III, and we got another awakening from the Dragon Balls, and we got Legendary Super Saiyan 2. After getting Legendary Super Saiyan 2, I wanted to get all the forms, even the ones that you didn't have, like, where you weren't able to get if you're a Legendary Super Saiyan. But we'll save that for later. I got Goku Black's and Zamasu's armor, which was honestly awesome. After that, I decided to fly all the way down to the dungeon using my Legendary Super Saiyan 2, which was so fast, and kill the lunatic cultist, which was so easy. But I kind of ran out of ki because I only used the Kaioken times 10, and I was able to get the last key fragment and last key crystal, having my max energy, or my max key 20,000, which was so good. After this, I wanted to kill the pillars, and I actually killed them using the Supernova, which shredded their health, and it took like no ki for some reason. So after the solar pillar was killed, it dropped like these radiant fragments, which were so good because they were used as a material that we can use, and those were OP, and I'll show you later. So 1 down, 3 more to go. So we killed the Vortex, and then the Stardust, and then last one, or no, we killed the Nebula, and now we have to kill the Vortex. And that little red thing was the Godly Spirit. This would allow you to get a form called Super Saiyan God, but we couldn't get it because, again, we were Legendary Super Saiyan. So the Moon Lord spawned, and honestly, we shredded its damage. I know I've been saying that a lot, but honestly, like, everything does so much damage. I got the Radiant Armor set, which was, you can take a guess, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it was Broly's. And we got some new weapons and abilities, and we were basically Broly because we had at that time I had just unlocked a Legendary Super Saiyan 3. But that wasn't it, because I really wanted to get the other forms. So after we got these, I needed some more radiant fragments so I can get the last ability. And we found the Dragon Balls again, and we got Legendary Super Saiyan 3. So we're Broly, but that I wanted more. So I did a genetic reroll, and I got Legendary Super Saiyan 2. Not Legendary Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 2. And you can see the blue key thing, the blue key bar. And yeah, I didn't know that it was green at first, but now I knew. So I got Super Saiyan 2, and now I had to get Super Saiyan 3. By getting Super Saiyan 3, you had to die to the golem, and yeah, so I had to get low by taking damage to the lava, and then I died to golem, and I got rezzed, and I killed golem, and I dropped the Godly Spirit, and it gave me something that said, you feel enveloped in a divine energy. This meant that we could get Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan God basically keeps your normal hair instead of spiking it up, but it turns your hair red. And there were 2 more forms that we had to get. So, you may be asking, why didn't you just, use the Dragon Balls? I didn't use the Dragon Balls because for the last 3 forms, you can't use Dragon Balls. But these were really easy to get, because the hardest thing you have to do is get 100 mastery for Super Saiyan God. Once I did that, I wanted to sell some stuff so I can get money, because I wasn't really trying to kill the pillars again. So I spawned the Moon Lord because you had to defeat an otherworldly essence, and it happened. You have unlocked the final God forms, and look at that. I turned into Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan Rose. Super Saiyan Blue is in Dragon Ball Super, and Goku uses it during the tournament. I put on Vegeta's armor set because I couldn't find the Turtle Hermit armor set, so I could look like Vegeta. And then I got Goku Black's armor set. That's it. So thank you for watching, guys. This took me like a super long time to film because I procrastinated a lot. So if you could subscribe, it would mean a lot to me. So make sure to follow, and I'll see you guys subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Oh, and also another note. I'm also making another project, and I'm trying to make a mod. So I'll post like a little sneak peek about that. So make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.